Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is Mike from Millennium Martial Arts, and I'm coming to you live for episode 210 of Time Out Tuesday. And, I was thinking today about what we teach and the importance of it, and how many of our students start with us when they're as young as 3 and 4 years old and stay with us for years, up until the time that they go away to college in many cases, or onto a trade school, or kind of move away, or whatever it is. But it can be anywhere. We have students that have been with us 10, 13 years, more than that. And I was thinking about what I hope I guess not so much the legacy, but what really sticks with them. What do they take with them when they leave here, and move on to other parts of their lives? Obviously, I hope that they have a love for the martial arts. I hope that they continue to train in martial arts. If they move away somewhere, I hope that they find a school that is similar, or maybe a new art that they can train in to supplement what they've learned, in the years with us. And so that's a real big picture, thing. I want them to develop a love for the martial arts. It's important to me. I love the martial arts, and I hope to pass that love on to people. I hope that the thing that we primarily focus on, which is a self-defense system, how to protect yourself in dangerous situations, I obviously hope that sticks with them. I hope that they retain the information, the mindset on how to be prepared, to be aware of what's going on around you, how to avoid dangerous situations, and what to do if you have no other choice. But I also hope that they never have an opportunity to need to use that. We want to develop peaceful warriors. We're not looking for people to seek out using their martial arts, other than for the practice and teaching, of course. But another thing that we teach, and I think it's become even more apparent to me throughout the course of the pandemic, is the need to be able to stay calm in the face of adversarial situations, and to be able to adapt rapidly to things that change on a dime. And I've watched our students over the past couple of years in particular really learning how to kind of roll with the punches. Things have changed pretty rapidly, especially for our younger students. Well, maybe really not. I mean, as an adult, I can tell you they've changed pretty rapidly as well for me. But we've watched all of a sudden having to do school at home, having to have all of your extracurricular activities canceled, having to do everything online, including physical activities like karate, having to wear masks, consider vaccinations, and other safety measures, rules that get flipped on and flipped off depending on what's going on, what the experts in health, want us to do in order to try to curb the emergency. And I've watched kids really just roll with the punches. And that's something, unlike the need to defend yourself, I hope that they really learn to use that every single day. The ability to stay calm under adversarial situations. I think back to previous careers that I worked in. In many cases, I was in charge of disaster recovery planning and handling disasters when they came. For another many years, I was in charge of running computer operations for companies where the computer systems were mission critical. And these systems, occasionally fell apart, things broke. All of a sudden there was no connectivity. People went into a panic that we weren't going to be able to do business. And I'd have people come, running into my office, kind of freaking out. And I always made sure that no matter what, no matter how bad it was, my reaction was going to be calm. I wasn't going to start pulling my hair out, screaming, yelling, and carrying on, because I knew that all that was going to do was be contagious and create more havoc. But instead, if I was able to approach the people that were running the networks in a calm and orderly fashion, talk through what the problem was, we would spend a lot less time freaking out and a lot more time working on the problem. And I really tried to take that with me, into the dojo and to teach that kind of relax. It's not an emergency. Whatever just happened is not the worst case scenario. We can work through it mentality. And, just this past week, I saw the students really adapt in a way that I was really proud of them. We canceled, or rather postponed, a belt test back on January 8th and moved it, only announcing when we were moving it about a week ago to this coming Saturday. So about 21 days later than the students expected it. Now, they had been preparing for this test. They had got themselves really well tuned up for this test. And the cancellation was somewhat abrupt, and it was related to the Omicron outbreak and the fact that it was going to be a little bit difficult to anticipate who was or was not going to be able to attend the test, and that included both the students that were testing and the instructors that would be grading them. And we decided that it would be in our best interest to postpone that. And I was so proud that when I announced that to our students, I didn't get students that were upset about it. They just kind of rolled with the punches. I heard a bunch of students say, "Oh, it's all right. We'll just have a little bit more time to practice and prepare for it. Not a big deal." And then as a couple of weeks went by and I was, continuing to sort of hold off on announcing when we were going to do it, I was really proud that they weren't, clamoring at me to pick a date, and they weren't getting nervous or freaking out. They were staying on top of their requirements because they knew that at any moment I could declare another test date. And when I did declare that next test date, they just rallied right around and said, "Okay, great, fantastic, we'll be there." And that was the end of that. And I was really proud of that ability to adapt. And I hope that that mentality really stays with them. And I really hope that, among other things that we teach here, that will be the legacy that they take with them into their careers when they become parents, if they become parents, and in other relationships down the road. And that would make me very proud. And I do hope to hear things like that in the future from our students. I expect to. So with that said, I'm going to get ready for our classes. We have a lot of new students coming in, so I want to make sure that we're set up properly for them for our classes today. And this coming Saturday is our test, as I mentioned, so we do look forward to that. Our students get an opportunity to show us what they've been working on and demonstrate. So with that said, I wish everybody a fantastic day. Stay safe. Peace.